If your strength is your body, you shall be afraid of a superior body. If your value is for your youth, you shall be afraid of a younger person. If your value is for your money, you shall be afraid. If you are proud of money because of the poverty around, you shall be afraid of meeting a richer person, because in his presence you shall be impoverished, you are poor. Understand? So these little things, when you see very clearly, observe yourself. That is not independence, but that is what is given to us. You get educated and you become self-reliant. Listen carefully. So self-reliant means what? Depending on your own money, own house, own thing, own job, own bank balance. But that is not the self. The concept doesn't exist. That is why religion fails you, secular studies fails you. Secular person's world view is body is the reality. There is nothing beyond the body. You understand? So body must be protected. Listen carefully. So body must be protected. You protect your body, you protect your wealth, you protect your riches. So the person feels now very strong. And such a person does not need a religious man's God who is sitting down somewhere. Exclusive God. He doesn't believe in that. Why? Why should I pray God? If I have the money, I get everything. That is why people pray to God for money. Money is your God. Listen carefully. Money is your God. Your education is your God, whichever gets itself transferred to money. You have got a quality, a talent. You worship that, because that is converted to money. Whatever power you have got, you can convert that power to money. You are an artist, your art must be sold. You are a painter, your painting must be sold. Understand, this is today's world. Money is God. And one who has money, why should you go to any God? Rather, those people who are worshipping God, they will come to the moneyed man for God's temple. Because God can't build his own temple. Believers can't build the temple. Why? Because they don't have money, no wealth. So they go to the moneyed man. So who is now godder than the God? So the person, the man who has the money, is patron of the God. It is patron of the temple. When he comes, even Arati can be held up. Why? The trustee has not come. You understand the point? How pathetic it is. See that point for yourself. So that God is also dismissed. The person grants a favor to this God and the establishment. He doesn't need a God. He has his money. And suppose he can say, oh, he is going to die. So what? I will die after some time. So what? Everybody dies. Even the believers die. If an unbeliever dies, so what? I have lived my life like a God. To a secularist, are you getting that point, please? You cannot disturb him because he has his money. He does not need your wisdom. He doesn't need your devotion. He doesn't need your God. He doesn't need your spirituality. But you need his money. Naturally, he stands superior. It's all because average religious man's concept of self is, if the ordinary person's concept of self is self-reliant means money-reliant, self-reliant means education-reliant, self-reliant means youth-reliant, self-reliant means relationship-reliant, self-reliant means job-reliant. For the religious person, self-reliant means God-reliant. Who is better? Both are stupid. Ultimately, God-reliant, if it makes me self-reliant, the absolute, And if I transcend this relative self and move on to myself, at that point you meet. Are you getting that point, please? At that point you meet. So self-reliant must mean the absolute self that you are. Secular studies do not believe in that. That there is a self which is absolute, immortal, all-pervasive. Psychology will not accept it. That you are an infinity being, all-pervasive consciousness, psychology will not accept it. Because psychology also is like a modern science. Unless you can prove it, it doesn't exist. In science, it's okay to accept that way. Emotions, you cannot do that. Can you prove your love or hatred? Can you? Just because somebody is showing anger, can you say he's angry? The mummy hits the baby. Is there anybody who loves the baby more than the mother? You may be pretending to love somebody. Why? Because your eyes are on something. You are exchanging your love for something, exchanging your care for something. So people may think you are loving, but you are desperate. Understand the point, please. How are you going to prove it? That you are infinity absolute. Psychology doesn't accept it. Most theologies don't accept that, especially theologies which talk about God as separate from the universe, an exclusive God sitting down somewhere, or it is a formless, again away from the universe. They will not accept that God is all-pervasive. They don't have the concept of the self as all-pervasive reality. That is why man is perpetually a devotee. God is perpetually altar of devotion. At no time the barrier shall break.